and 20 gripping. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, we get the season started with an AFC East tilt right off the bat between the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. To get us started, kicker Sam Sloman. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Now Jones, sliding out of the pocket. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
On second and 12, Jones finds Strong on the check down. They'll give him 4 yards there. 3rd and 7 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing, Jones. Got a man, it's Tyquan Thornton. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Strong. Obi Melifonwu with the tackle.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones, he completes it to Henry. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
From the 27, Jones. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Now Hall to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They go play action with Wilson. They'll roll him out right. This pass complete. He finds Jeremy Ruckert. He's got room at the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Throwing is Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Jets are on the board here first in the season opener. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like... pass to Henry is intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out. Still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Penny, a first down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Jones completes this one to Thornton. $13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing on first down. Jones. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And he'll be out right at the 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Caught by Wilson. That's on the guard, Laken Tomlinson. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Play action. It's Wilson. And he'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Ball on a give up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action now. Wilson. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Matthew Judon in there to take him down.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Kendrick Bourne, 31 yards. And the Patriots have got it back to within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 13-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
Jones on the return. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Penny. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Jones. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And the slot man goes in motion left. First throw now for the backup lock. That's Bourne. Got it on the slant. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Penny on the counter. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Jones throw into the hands of Henry here. Touchdown, Patriots! Hunter Henry from 19 yards away. And the Patriots have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw and coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll run with Hall. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Wilson shakes off the sack. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 3rd and long, it's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Moore. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. They set up the screen to Penny. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Ball again on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. .43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
From the 31, Jones. Pass caught. It's Kawan Baker. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll get this out wide to Penny. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, it's Stevenson, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. On 1st and 10, it's Strong. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Forced out to his left. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. And the Jets are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. From just shy of midfield, Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
On 3rd down, Wilson. On the out route, he completes it to Hall. And he's going to be out of bounds Jones, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He'll take a shot for the end zone, and that is incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Patriots are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Bourne. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 2nd down and 4. Jones dancing to his left. Parker's got it for a New England touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Pats will add to their 4th quarter lead. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. Point after, right down the middle. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Here's Wilson. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Christian Barmore getting in there to drop him. Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones under pressure, and down he goes. Carl Lawson in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play. Just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Here's Locke to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Penny. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. Open man, the tight end, Henry. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Hunter Henry. Already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend.
And the Patriots are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Matt Judon getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
We got three, fellas, we got three. Red. Charlie, turn right. You got three down.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Flushed. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. 20. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. Extra point forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Extra point attempt to follow here. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now it's Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
He'll buy some time right. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And, oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Steps away to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's in.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To throw again on second down. Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
And the Pats are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football. And
this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest.